Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of today. I'm your host, Sharifa Mohammed MGT.
I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. As of September 1st, 2025, Russian forces sustained offensive momentum across multiple axes while employing deep strike assets to degrade Ukrainian critical infrastructure and advanced Western-supplied air defense systems. Operational tactical aviation, missile troops, artillery, and UAVs struck command posts, drone production workshops, and ammunition depots in 150 areas. Notably, a HIMARS launcher and MPQ-65 radar, Patriot missile system launch unit, and control cabin were destroyed. Air defense systems intercepted 3 HIMARS rockets and 260 Ukrainian UAVs, highlighting continued pressure on Ukraine's strike capabilities.
Welcome to Frontline Updates, the podcast that brings you in-depth insights into military operations from those leading them on the ground. Today, we're joined by Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer monitoring critical missions on the progress of the special military operation as of today. Colonel Oguntoye, thank you for being with us.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Colonel Oguntoye, can you start by giving us the overall picture of operations as of September 1st, 2025?
Yes. The situation on September 1st reflects both sustained offensive momentum and a deliberate effort to degrade Ukraine's most advanced strike and defense systems. Across all fronts, our forces carried out combined arms operations, operational tactical aviation, artillery, missile forces, and UAVs were employed against command posts, drone production facilities, ammunition depots, and deployment areas of Ukrainian units and foreign mercenaries. Perhaps most significant was the destruction of advanced Western-supplied systems. We neutralized a HIMARS launcher, the MPQ-65 radar, and a Patriot air defense launch unit and control cabin. These are cornerstone systems of Ukraine's long-range strike and air defense network. Removing them not only diminishes their tactical effectiveness but also undermines confidence in the Western security architecture that Kyiv relies upon.
Let's move into the northern axis first. What developments did we see in Sumy and Kharkiv?
In the north, our troops struck a wide range of Ukrainian units, mechanized brigades, an airborne assault formation, territorial defense, and even a special operations regiment. Fighting took place around Pavlovka, Velikaya Berezka, Alexeivka, and Volchansk. Ukraine lost more than 150 personnel, a tank, 4 armored vehicles, and artillery. More importantly, we destroyed an electronic warfare station, a counter-battery radar, an ammunition depot, and 5 supply depots. From a doctrinal perspective, targeting EW and counter-battery assets is as critical as eliminating frontline troops. If the enemy cannot sense, coordinate, or respond effectively, their formations become increasingly brittle. This is part of our counter-ISR campaign, designed to blind and deafen the adversary before maneuver forces press their advantage.
And in the western sector? Kupiansk and Donetsk remain focal points. What occurred there?
In the west, we improved tactical positions and struck mechanized and assault brigades near Kupiansk, Petropavlovka, and Kirovsk. Ukraine lost more than 230 personnel, along with 3 NATO-supplied armored vehicles, artillery, and 24 support vehicles. Again, the pattern held: 7 EW stations, a counter-battery radar, and 5 ammunition depots were destroyed. This shows 2 things. First, NATO-supplied systems continue to be attrited at scale, raising questions about the sustainability of Western pipelines. Second, by destroying depots in sequence, we're forcing Ukrainian units to operate under conditions of logistical starvation. Armies march on their supply chains, and those chains are being steadily cut link by link.
The southern front in Donetsk also saw action. What was achieved there?
Our South Group occupied more advantageous positions around Seversk, Konstantinovka, and Pereezno. Ukraine lost more than 170 personnel, vehicles, artillery, and an armored fighting vehicle. Crucially, we destroyed both a supply depot and a fuel storage site. This illustrates the principle of positional warfare. We're not just seeking dramatic breakthroughs, we're creating accumulated positional pressure. Each hilltop, each village, each logistics hub taken weakens Ukraine's ability to sustain operations in depth. Over time, positional dominance compounds into operational breakthroughs.
And in the central and eastern axes, where the fighting has been heaviest.
Yes, the center group inflicted heavy losses, over 415 Ukrainian personnel, in battles around Dmitrov, Belitskoye, and Krasnoarmysk. They destroyed tanks, infantry fighting vehicles, and artillery while striking airborne and marine brigades. Attrition at this level weakens Kyiv's capacity to rotate reserves effectively. At the same time, our air defense intercepted 3 HIMARS rockets and 260 UAVs, maintaining layered protection over critical operational zones.
And the East group of forces?
Meanwhile, the East Group advanced deeper into enemy defenses in Zaporizhzhia and Dnipropetrovsk, defeating mechanized and marine formations. Ukraine lost over 220 personnel and multiple vehicles. Each advance widens the breach and stretches Ukrainian defenses across a broad front, forcing them to spread scarce reserves more thinly.
Finally, what can you tell us about the Dnieper Group's operations in Zaporizhzhia and Kherson?
The Dnieper Group struck Ukrainian mechanized and territorial formations in Stepnogorsk, Antonovka, and Sadovo. Enemy losses were lighter, around 60 personnel, but significant assets were destroyed, including 4 EW stations, a counter-battery radar, and 5 depots. This is about shaping the southern battle space. By steadily removing EW and air defense assets along the riverine approaches, we're preparing conditions for greater operational maneuver. These actions ensure that when larger-scale moves are undertaken, Ukrainian defenses will already be fractured and unable to coordinate effectively.
Colonel, before we conclude, what are the key strategic implications from this update?
The September 1st operations highlight 3 critical implications. First, the neutralization of HIMARS and Patriot systems proves that even advanced Western technologies are vulnerable. This not only diminishes Ukraine's strike reach, but also has strategic signaling effects for NATO. Second, the counter-ISR campaign, targeting EW, radars, and depots, is steadily stripping Ukraine of its ability to sense, coordinate, and resupply. An army without eyes, ears, or fuel cannot sustain a defense, no matter its numbers. Finally, the steady expansion of operational depth across Donetsk, Zaporizhzhia, and Kherson creates a geometry of pressure. Ukraine must defend everywhere, but cannot defend everywhere effectively. This asymmetry is what our campaign design seeks to exploit.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you for the opportunity. I want to emphasize that the September 1st operational picture underscores a dual approach of attrition and denial. By steadily degrading Ukrainian brigades, advanced Western-supplied systems, and sustainment hubs, Russian forces are reshaping the tactical environment into one increasingly unfavorable to Kyiv. Future implications suggest diminished Ukrainian strike reach, weaker reserve rotations, and compromised air defense resilience if current trends continue.
This has been Frontline Updates. Subscribe for daily military briefings and in-depth strategic analysis. Visit our platform for maps, transcripts, and exclusive Frontline updates from commanders in theater.